Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 Taurus. It's time for your reading for the new moon period, new moon in Taurus coming up, 4th of May, and the first 15 days of the month, the first half of the month. What am I doing? I'm going to use this tarot of the woman, tarot of the lady. There it is, Dama, of the lady. And I'm going to use a new moon spread that I've concocted here, and that will make me put out a total of 15 cards and group them in areas of 3 where each group talks of a specific thing. And as always, I'll show you those, and I'll show you those cards as we talk about that section, okay? So let's see. Let's see what we can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 3, 6. 3, 6. Okay, fine. Perfect. Ready? Now, let me show you what there are. Hello. So the first 3 cards talk about what did you release? Remember, we talked about the last moon cycle and there was a period of release. Well, what was it that you were able to release? And here we have the Ace of Cups. And then we have the 10 of Swords. Of course, that's the ending of something very painful. And then the High Priestess. And this is pretty clear to me, ladies and gentlemen, Taurus friends. This talks about pain in love that was released. And this was probably for most of you Taurians, for most of you Taurus, this will mean the end of a negative cycle in emotional talk, emotional speak, and romantic speak, and the beginning of a new emotional cycle. Now, of course, that 10 of Swords will tell you, Taurus, that, just a minute, let me shut this off here because I always forget to shut things off when I hear ding, 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 ding. This talks about a person that was probably, in your gut, really, that kept eating away at you, and not necessarily, you weren't 100% on point with them. You weren't 100% in the relationship, or you knew in your heart of hearts that that wasn't the right person for you. And this last release probably was able to help you sweep that away. But now we have what's going on now then with you, Taurus. And I've got here the 6 of Coins, the 10 of Wands, and then we've got the Magician. Well, it really, really, really looks as though now you're in a moment, in a cycle where you can, since you have received, and the receival is here, this Ace of Cups, you're ready to give back. And I see you as being extremely generous, especially now, Taurus, when you're in a position of having your load lightened. And not only that, because of the hard work that you put in and you've gone through the ringer, as they say in English in some parts of the world, you've gone through such a difficult, series of events, but you're coming out here as the Magician. And we know that the Magician has all the tools at their available to them so that they can make it shine when, sunshine in the sky when we want to. We can make it rain. We can make the good times and we can make the bad times. You have the power. That's what I'm talking about. Taurus, you have the power to create what you want. And of course, you remember the adage, just be careful what you wish for. because you're very powerful and you will probably be getting it in this cycle, in this 2-week period. Then we have the focus of our reading, which talks about what are you creating? What actually are you creating? And I have the Four of Wands. And this is very, very interesting, and I'll talk to you about that in a moment. Then we have this 10 of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Now, look, when we say, what are you creating? We have, of course, the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands talks about creating a place where you feel comfortable, where you feel comfortable with another person, where you feel comfortable without another person. You're creating your home, your own home, in not so many bricks. You can make it, or, you know, as you would. This is both metaphorical and realistically speaking. And there's this 10 of coins, and the 10 of coins talks about a high amount of abundance that you attract, especially in this period of time, in this new moon cycle, Taurus. And how is that done? We have this this King of Swords, and the King of Swords always tells you, Taurus, this is done with a quicksilver mind and very, very, perspicace in Italian, there's that word, very quick-witted, fine-tuned, analytical qualities, skills that you have. And because precisely in this moment now, you have been able to see a road that's behind you, that you're no longer needing to accompany, because there was something left behind, and then now you are starting to manifest. Now, there's also 3 cards that talk about what is emerging for me in this period. What is emerging for me in this period? And we have this 9 of Swords here. You know what the 9 of Swords is? Always a difficult card. We'll talk about that. The Knight of Coins, and then the 3 of Coins. What is emerging for you? Well, this is a period where there's fear. Okay, 9 of Coins talks about fear, and fear. What type of fear? Well, Taurus, it's the fear that has to do with your the economic side to your life. And however, the cards here are telling me that you are sitting pretty in this sense. And that's not, but you're fearful that you won't be able to make it to the end of the month, to the end of the week, to the end of, won't be able to make my payments, or won't be able to live to the standard that I wanted, and won't be. And you're living also with should. I should be doing, I should, and I call that shoulding. You shouldn't be shoulding, And it's interesting, because what is emerging for you is this situation of abundance, which doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a windfall, but it's there to tell you, all you have to do is open your eyes and you will see that there's an abundance around you that is not measured with dollars and cents. But this card, the 9 of Swords, and I'm taking another card from the bottom of the deck, ladies and gentlemen, Taurus friends, and we have here the Devil. It does talk an obsessive, I'm going to get another card, obsessive behavior in terms of fearfulness. Then the Page of Cups, All right, now the Page of Cups here. This looks very clearly like some of you Taurus friends are in a situation where you are about to, or are coming close to a person who you want to be with, and you need to feel that you're self-confident enough to be able to offer them something, and you're not feeling that in this 2-week period. You're not feeling that now. But as I said, this is only fear. It's only obsessions with that idea, because what is emerging for you? What is emerging for you is a situation of abundance. of abundance. Cups are coming to you. The suit of the cups is not only emotional value, doesn't have only emotional value, Taurus. The cup also holds things. There are things inside, and they are coming to you. Now we have the last three cards of the spread, this new moon spread, that talk about how to bring about my goals, how to bring about my goals. And we have these cards, the 7 of coins, then we have the 2 of wands, and then the hanged man. And how are they telling you to bring about your goals? They're talking about, first of all, not losing sight of your prize, of your objective, of what you want to achieve, defining and knowing what your goals are. Try to measure yourself with others in terms of getting counsel, asking them, this is what I want to achieve for 2015. Is it possible then to this, I'm getting a message on my screen. I have to get rid of it. And it's telling you, look, the card is telling you, you should go get counsel. Tell them where you want to be in 6 months. Tell them where you want to be. Ladies and gentlemen, are you still there? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Say yes if you can hear me, because my screen went black. Can you hear me? Just say yes. Yes, thank God. Because here I was, the screen went black, and I was thinking, what's going on? What's going on? I thought I had to finish. All right, so I was saying that you need to get counsel from someone that you can tell them, who you could tell about your plans, and have them give you feedback. This 2 of wands especially talks about bouncing off ideas from someone, but someone in the know, someone who's a professional. And also they're inviting you, the cards, to turn your head around, to turn upside down and look at the situation, look at your goals in a different way. Seek out different angles from which to look at your goals. Perhaps you need to fine-tune those as well. Now let's take, good thing that it didn't go off. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't realize it was still going. Okay, so now I'm going to take the runes. Let's see what they have to add, Taurus. Let's see what they have to add. See what they have to add. What do they have to add? What do they have to add? Okay, look. First of all, you have, just like before I saw in the Aries, I have Awats here. Awats talks about you being protected in terms of what you are creating. This idea of creating a house with someone, of building precisely, for example, a house, bringing this abundance towards you and using your mental abilities to get that. It also tells you, with Rido Merkstave, Taurus, that this is the place where you should be. You are exactly on track. Your soul's journey, you are on it, and you are in the right moment. So you're not off track. I do have here, though, Bjork Berkana, which is Merkstave, which talks about, it's true, it's telling you. Remember, how do you achieve your goals? Your objectives will be starting to take root, not in this 15 days, not in the first 15 days of May, but further on down the road. So there's a time lag, and Yera is beating time. Yera is also telling you, look, it's going to take a long time, longer than you expected, Taurus, so please be patient. And I do have 2 wonderful, look, I can't tell you how beautiful the rest are. This is Diag. This talks about, look, this is a cycle. This is a karmic cycle for you. Taurus, this is the type of cycle that you go on a quest, you want to get this, and then you go that, and then you so this is a pattern that's repeating in time, and you will recognize it if you take a step back. Then I have Ingvats and Sowilo, both of them, Ingvats here and Sowilo, both of them spell success in your endeavors, success in achieving your goals. And you have the key in this is Otala, you have the key, this new moon cycle, to understand exactly what to do to achieve your goals, Taurus. Good for you. I hope this was of help to you, and please forgive me for that break in the video where I was just staring at the screen trying to figure out something. But it's over. I hope it was of help, and do like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Bye-bye. Until we read together again very soon, very, very soon, because there is a new moon cycle, and there's a full moon cycle. I'll be back. Be back.